it's Maya, and today we're going to talk about anger and frustration in twin flame union. And this is a question from Marielle, and she said, how to deal with emotions of anger and frustration that can arise in union as a twin flame. What are the best ways to process emotions and the best communication tips and phrases for twins to practice? I just want to say that when you are coming into union with your twin flame, and especially when you're spending more and more time with your twin flame or you're living with your twin flame, that feelings of anger and frustration are totally normal. It's really normal whenever you're very close with someone, let alone your twin flame, that there are going to be times where you're going to feel angry, where you're going to feel frustrated. You know, this is something that I've experienced in my union, especially earlier on, like the first couple of years I lived with my twin flame. I felt like I was getting triggered a lot. I want to share with you all how I have dealt with anger and frustration in my union and sort of my little tricks for alignment and channeling that energy. If you're finding yourself feeling really angry or frustrated a lot of the time on a day-to-day basis, I think that the starting place needs to be to reflect on what the real source of that anger and frustration is. And what I found is a lot of times if we really have a short circuit or we're really angry or frustrated a lot, it can be because actually our basic needs are not really being met. I want to ask, is my anger and frustration, is this really caused strictly by my union? Am I getting enough sleep? Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep and so I'm really tired and so I'm really on edge, or I'm getting triggered a lot more. Maybe I'm not getting enough to eat. Maybe I am not getting the right nutrition or something like that. Or maybe I'm not getting enough time alone to decompress. And so from that place of being overstimulated from the world, I am feeling a lot more angry, or I'm feeling a lot more frustrated. And so as simple as it may seem, I do think it's really important, because I know everybody watching this is really like light filled and is really high vibrational and really beautiful souls. And I think that when we are feeling habitually angry or frustrated, it's often a sign that we're not taking good enough care of ourselves, rather than a sign that something is necessarily wrong in our union. It may just be that we're not getting enough sleep every night, that we're not getting the right nutrition that we need, that we have a nutritional deficiency, or that we're just way too stressed. Are you really experiencing true and genuine soul level anger? Maybe, but I would say probably not. Do an assessment of whether your needs are getting met, and any needs that you have, especially biological needs that are not getting met, make some adjustments there, but also make a list of like the top 5 stressors that you're experiencing personally and figure out what you can do to mitigate any of those stressors, because I think that we become angry and frustrated the most when we're very stressed or we're very overtaxed. Reducing stress is going to be one of the best ways to reduce anger and frustration in the long term. When I have actually felt like genuinely angry or frustrated with my twin though, when it's not because of sleep or it's not because of food or anything like that, it's almost always because I'm frustrated with him because he is expressing some type of behavior that I don't allow myself to partake in. Like, one of the things that frustrated me the most about my twin flame, Zaire, I'll get really frustrated if it's like a Saturday or something like that, and maybe I'm like doing all our food prep for the week, maybe cleaning the bathroom, like scrubbing the floor, cleaning everything, and I might see him laying in bed. This happens a lot, like laying in bed just reading a book, or not even reading a book, not even doing anything, just literally like staring at the wall. And I'll get really frustrated. I'll start to feel those feelings coming up, and I realize that it's because I'm witnessing him doing something that I won't allow myself to do. Maybe I haven't had a day to just lay down and just stare at the wall for a couple of years or something like that. So I'm getting frustrated because he's being able to exhibit that behavior that I'm not allowing myself to do. So I think it could be a helpful question. What's really making me angry or frustrated here? Is my twin flame like acting in a way that I won't allow myself to act? And if so, sometimes you can remedy that by taking the judgment off of your twin and instead allowing yourself to embody that quality that is actually making you angry about your twin. It's crazy. It's like this sort of twin flame like ninja stuff, but it really works. In those situations when I start to feel myself getting angry or frustrated with Sayer because he's not doing anything and he's just doing nothing while I'm working really hard, I usually find if I just lay down or something like that and just give myself that time to rest, the anger and frustration goes away and everything gets done anyway. If the anger and frustration is coming from my twin rather than from me, what I like to do is just know that I like to create a space for him to be able to vent any of his frustrations or angers, because I know that that's a really, really healing thing to do, and I just don't take any of them personally, and I just encourage it because I know how much I value being able to have a safe space to just talk things out when I'm not feeling well. If the anger is coming from me, I like to channel it for a higher purpose. So actually, a long time ago, like when I first started this YouTube channel and I made like so many videos about twin flames, a lot of the energy that I had to make those videos was coming from the fact that I was often like very triggered or frustrated in my own union. So I would come across like a particular situation that would frustrate me in my union or a problem that needed solving, and then I would like channel all that frustration into trying to figure out the solution, and then as soon as I figured it out, I would make the videos and stuff for all of you guys. That anger, frustration energy, that's like a really potent energy. It's very strong, and so if you can channel it into something of productive value, I think that can be really good. Making videos or making art or dancing or writing a blog or like something, you're taking that energy, you're transforming it into something creative, and then you're doing something productive with it. That's where it gets really, really magical. I don't really think that we're ever truly that angry with our twin. We're usually just frustrated with circumstances or frustrated with ourselves or what we're allowing ourselves to do, what we're not allowing ourselves to do. I like to just take the energy and go higher. I like to channel the energy into service and into helping other people who might be dealing with similar issues. Exercise can also be really good for anger and frustration. Anger and frustration are sort of Mars. In astrology, they're ruled by Mars. Exercise is also ruled by Mars. So sometimes getting that physical pursuit out, we can feel so much better afterward. Going for a jog or lifting weights or whatever that may be. It's a really good idea to find community, seek out community, a support group, a group of friends, people who understand the twin flame journey that you could talk to, that you can vent to, that you get together with on a regular basis. And when it comes to communicating anger or frustration, I think the thing to do is to not communicate when we're in the state where we're just like super, super angry, but to process first, like maybe write down how you're feeling, maybe get to the core of how you're feeling. And then when you're in like a really calm state, then maybe bring it to your twin flame. Maybe even ask them to help you. I've been feeling these feelings recently. I don't know what to do. Can you help me to feel better? Can you help me to understand this? Can you help me to see this in a better way? You want to come in with that energy of humility and higher understanding, where you're really seeking a solution and shared understanding that's going to help the two of you to grow together. So yeah. This video's been kind of all over the place, but I hope that you benefited from it in some way. Marielle and everybody else that's watching, just be compassionate with yourselves, you guys. You know, we're just human. We sometimes get angry, we sometimes get frustrated, but if you can take that energy and do something with it that is going to be fulfilling, organize your closet, organize your garage, make a blog, make a YouTube channel, just put that energy into something wonderful rather than putting it into arguing with your twin flame, the world will be a much better place. So yeah guys, thank you for watching this video. If you've liked it, please feel free to come back any Tuesday or Friday here on the Maya's Dream channel. So thank you again, and namaste. Bye!